Hernandez.
And I'm Toby Schmidt.
It's time for cyclists to gear up for the 33rd annual El Tour de Tucson. Bike riders from all over the world will be competing Saturday in this long-time Tucson tradition. Riders will compete in events ranging from 40-mile categories to as long as 104 miles. All events will finish at Armory Park. If you've been training for the tour but haven't signed up yet, you can register online at perimeterbicycling.com.
If you can't take part in the official Tour de Tucson but still want to ride your bike, you're in luck. The Indoor El Tour is a stationary bike event being held this week at YMCA locations around Tucson. Anyone can use the YMCA's stationary bikes to simulate riding in the actual event without all the outdoor distractions. Participants can choose to ride from 10 minutes up to 104 minutes and will receive an official Indoor El Tour award for finishing.
So Toby, you're an avid bicyclist, aren't you? Why aren't you doing the tour?
I would if my bike wouldn't have gotten stolen. I would have had more time to train, but maybe next year. Yeah.
No, don't. You can absolutely do it though. I've seen this woman's calves. Don't be fooled. She can absolutely go the whole length for sure. Now, if you're looking to exercise your intellectual muscle, the Flanders Science Center and Planetarium is hosting a puzzles, proofs, and patterns exhibit in collaboration with the UA's math department. The exhibit lets visitors discover how math, such as geometry, plays a role in our everyday lives with puzzles and games you can solve, as well as a scavenger hunt.
For more math and science-based entertainment, you can head to the Physics and Atmospheric Science Building this Friday night at 7 for Physics Fun Night. Watch a professor have a cinder block broken over him on a bed of nails. From lightsabers to burning bubbles, there's plenty of demonstrations to see.
Unfortunately, our weather reporter, Virginia Beamer, couldn't be here tonight, but luckily we have Danielle Fork to fill in addition to her sports report. Danielle?
Well, it was a windy Monday here in Tucson with scattered showers across the region. The high outside today was just 64 degrees, so stay tuned to find out if these crisp conditions are expected to continue through the week.
No.
No.
What are you guys doing?
Working.
Continue.
All aboard! If you like trains, as I clearly do, you'll be happy to know that Southern Arizona has a rich train history. Locomotive Saturdays are held at the Southern Arizona Transportation Museum in downtown Tucson. Have all your train questions answered by the experts? Ring the locomotive bell and get a picture with Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp while you're there.
Thanksgiving is just around the corner, finally. Before students head back home to visit their families, they'll have a chance to get in on a pre-Thanksgiving meal put on by the Arizona Student Unions next Monday. Cactus Grill, Highland Market, and the Park Student Union will be serving traditional Thanksgiving dinners from 11 to 8 with all the fixings for $9.25 a person.
Well, that sounds delicious, Toby. Do you like Thanksgiving?
I love Thanksgiving. The food, really.
Me too. It's one of my favorite holidays. Yeah. Danielle Fork is here to talk turkey about this week's forecast. Danielle?
Cool and cloudy conditions this weekend led to brisk Monday for us Wildcats and some scattered showers across Tucson. TIA recorded 0.04 inches of rain for today's total, and the high outside was a mere 64 degrees. That's 9 degrees below the average of 73 for this time of year. But thankfully, some cloud cover kept our early morning low above and about an average 48 degrees. Tonight, though, we're not so lucky as those clouds move out of Tucson. They give way for us to lose some warmth to the atmosphere, leaving us with a chilly 36-degree expected low temperature. Tomorrow is expected to be even colder with a high of 59 degrees, so if you haven't pulled out your winter wear, now is definitely the time to do so. If we take a look at our extended forecast, conditions are going to remain cold into tomorrow evening with a low of 37 degrees, but we will see a rise in temperature into the week, with Wednesday temperatures rising a whole 10 degrees and up into the mid-upper 70s by Friday. And that's a look at your Wildcast weather in this third week of November.
Arizona football sent its seniors off on a high note with an exciting 37-30 double overtime win against Utah this weekend.
We'll have a recap of the game, along with highlights from Arizona basketball and volleyball up next in sports.
Hi, it's David Hasselhoff, the Hawk. Get Hawk with UATV. Stay tuned. Don't change the dial.
What are you guys doing?
Working?
Continue.
Cats went out in style in their final home game of the season Saturday with a thrilling double overtime win against Utah. Now we'll go back to Danielle with a summary of the scores and stats for this week in Arizona athletics. Danielle?
It was definitely an exciting weekend to be a Wildcat. Fans stormed the football field after Arizona defeated Utah in a double overtime with a score of 37-30. Nate Phillips caught the game-winning touchdown pass from backup quarterback Gerard Randall. This upset knocked Utah into a first-place tie in the Pac-12 with USC and broke Arizona's 3-game losing streak, now making them eligible for a bowl game. Wildcat football will finish off its regular season with the Territorial Cup game this weekend at Arizona State. Now let's talk about Ryan Anderson, Kadib Allen, and Gabe York leading Arizona basketball to a 79-61 victory over Pacific. Anderson, who sat out last season after transferring, is really making his debut here at Arizona, finishing the game with 18 points and 12 rebounds. Allen and York both finished with 13 points. York, Arizona's sharpshooter, has had an aggressive start to his senior season, scoring 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting by halftime. Allen was getting in the lane himself and finding his teammates, earning 4 assists. Arizona women's basketball had their first game of the season also in Ohio, defeating the University of Toledo 62-59. Taryn Griffey led the team with 18 points in her first official game as a Wildcat. Their next game is here in the McHale Center on Wednesday against Howard University. Arizona soccer advances to the second round of the NCAA tournament after defeating Colorado 2-0. Jessica Nelson and Schaefer Skadson each earned a goal for Arizona. This was the first time Arizona had hosted the NCAA tournament and the second year in a row that they have made it past the first round. Arizona volleyball fell to Colorado in 3 sets. However, senior Hallie Amaro earned 2 blocks, giving her 401 for her career. The Wildcats face USC and UCLA this weekend. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Danielle. Although we had a short show this evening, you're always welcome to catch up on Wildcast's past episodes on our YouTube channel, UATV CH3.
And you can always tune in to our updates on Facebook during the week. We'll see you next week for another edition of Wildcast. Have a good night.
Nice show.
Thank you. You did great.